Welcome. Welcome to the Everything Podcast, Season 3, Episode 12, and in this episode I'll be reviewing the behind the scenes that has been released for the Giggle. This episode of the Everything Podcast was recorded on the 19th of December 2023 and released on the 12th of January 2024. So let's get to my review of the behind the scenes of the Giggle. Shooty, David and Catherine talk about working with each other. David and Russell outline the plot of the Giggle. Russell talks about bringing back the Toymaker for this episode. Neil talks about being cast as the Toymaker. Russell, David and Catherine mention Neil Patrick Harris's casting as the Toymaker. David and Brian talk about the Doctor puppet. Gemma talks about the unit set. Russell talks about unit tower being wheelchair accessible. Bonnie talks about appearing in The Power of the Doctor and returning to Doctor Who. Russell mentions watching the Bi-Generation. Shooty, Catherine and David talk about being part of the Bi-Generation. Neil, David and Shooty mention the catch scene for the episode. David talks about the two TARDISes scene. Ruth reveals how she feels about the new TARDIS being wheelchair accessible. David talks about his final scene. My thoughts on this episode of the behind the scenes of the Giggle is I loved all the interviews, especially the interview with Ruth Manley, because it's obviously something that's close to her heart, with her being a wheelchair user and the TARDIS now being wheelchair accessible like it should have always been. So in the comments below, let me know if you did watch this episode, what if you watched the behind the scenes, what you thought of it. If you didn't manage to catch it, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below as well. Remember, you can also like and subscribe, and that's it for the Everything Podcast, Season 3, Episode 12. Goodbye.